Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you how you can import existing GPS data for trails into the Trailmaster website from your Garmin or Polaris or Suunto GPS watches or devices. The process is fairly simple, and so it'll just take us a couple minutes to walk through it, and then you should be able to upload that data on your own. You'll want to be logged into Trailmaster, so you can see up here I'm already logged in as myself, and you'll want to be looking at this Tools section of the user interface. And you'll see there are two options here: Update, Point of Interest, or Route. You can use that to change the name, description, condition, or GPS data of anything that's already in the database. And then there's this Import GPX file as route. And a GPX file is a file that stores GPS data from one of these Garmin or Polaris or Suunto watches, and so that's the one that we're going to be most interested in. So if I click on that, you'll see a little box pops up here with a form for us to fill out in order to import the data. We can fill out the name of the new route that we're adding, give it a description, condition, and then we're going to paste the data from our GPX file into this box here so that we can import it. In order to get that data, you'll have to go to the interface for your device. In my case, it's Garmin. Yours may be Polaris or Suunto or some other device. But they should all have something similar where you can look at your run data and see all your stats and export that data to a GPX file. So in the case of Garmin, it's up here, this little cog, you click it, and there's an option here to export to GPX. So I'm going to do that, and you see a little download, and there I've got the file downloaded. So this is a full moon hash run from November 18th, 2013, a couple years ago, starting at the Hachiman-jinja Shrine and running down to Marine Beach. And I'm going to want to use this boony section here from Hachiman-jinja over to the road, and store that into the Trailmaster database so that other people can use that chunk of trail. They'll know that that's a possible route. Even though it's been several years, it is still a doable option, even if it requires some cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and open this GPX file in a text editor. You want to make sure that you open it in a text editor, because what we need to do is copy and paste. So if your system opens it in a web browser, you'll probably have to right-click, open with, and make sure you open it in Notepad or something similar. Then to copy and paste it, we just Control-A to select everything, Control-C to copy it. And we go back to Trailmaster and Control-V to paste it in. And then we want to give this route a name, Hachiman-jinja Shrine to Kagman 2. The trail itself that we ran that night actually goes all the way down to Marine Beach, but I'm going to remove that data from the route so that we just have the part that connects over to Kagman 2. As a description, boonies route from one part, Kagman, to another. Condition, unknown. Data is way before pseudolore. It used to be good for full moon runs, but right now we really don't know. Someone needs to go out there and look, and then come back and update this. So now we're ready. We can click import, and the data gets imported. Now if we go to routes and we search for our Hachiman-jinja route, there it is. It appears on our map. We can click it to keep it displayed, and now we can see that data. But as I said before, we don't want this whole trail. We don't want everything that's on the road here, because the roads are already on the map. We don't need that data. So we're going to go to Tools, and then there's this Update, Point of Interest, or Route option. So if we click that, we get a list of all the data that's in the database. So again, we'll want to use the search to find it. You'll see there's already a point of interest, but here's the route that we just added. So if I click that, I get another little box that pops up and allows me to edit the data along with a preview window, so I can see what effect my changes have had. And the only thing that I want to edit is this GPS data here. I want to delete these points here on the road, which were at the end of the trail. So if I scroll down, I just have to highlight and delete them. Quick word about the format. If you delete the data in a way that breaks the format, it won't work. You won't cause any damage. The Trailmaster site will basically just ignore whatever you tried to do if what you did doesn't work, but it also won't tell you that it didn't work, at least not yet. I haven't implemented anything to make that more obvious. I probably will, because this is not the most user-friendly way of doing this, but it'll take me a while to get that fixed. So for now, what you have to do is just highlight the part you want to delete, and you want to make sure you follow the format. So you want to get the numbers you're deleting. This is a longitude and latitude. You want to get the brackets that are around them, and you want to get that last comma, right? You want to delete all of that. So if we delete that, it deletes 1 point off the end, which doesn't look like it did anything. It did, but because it was only 1 point out of probably 2,000, we don't really notice. So we need to delete a large number. So again, we start the same way with the bracket here, and we highlight a whole bunch of them. I want to make sure we highlight that comma too. Delete. There we go. Now we can see the difference, right? That cut out all of this road section here, but we still have a little bit more on the road than we probably want. So we just keep doing the same thing, deleting a few more points until the route looks the way we want it to. There, and that's probably good. So that goes from the Hachiman-jinja Shrine out and over to the road. And so now we can click Save. And if we go to Routes and find it again, there's our Hachiman-jinja Shrine. We can click it. And we are done. We have successfully imported that route. We've labeled it, we've given it its description, and now anybody who uses Trailmaster can use this route in their maps. That's all.